why do women treat athletic men differently, right? And to be fair with you, I want you guys to actually ask yourself this one thing. Even when you look at someone that's actually athletic, that's in great shape, that's muscular, that's got a good amount of low body fat, what goes through your mind? Because I can tell you one thing, there are a couple of main key points what goes through our mind, right? And weirdly enough, the old pros, there's hardly no cons when it comes to you being athletic and being in shape. So imagine what females actually think, right? And in this video, I'm going to show you guys, explain to you the main 3 reasons of why women truly treat athletic men differently, right? That being said, let's get straight into the video. All right, that being said, let's start off with number 1, right? When you look at someone that's overweight, that doesn't take care of themselves, that doesn't dress well, there are a couple of things that goes through our head, right? So imagine what women truly think. I can tell you one thing, when I see someone that's overweight, the first thing that comes to my mind was he doesn't really care about his life. He didn't really care about the quality of life. He has low standards. He takes no control of what he puts in his mouth. And if he takes no control of what he puts in his mouth, clearly he takes no control of his actual life. So when it comes to women, why do women treat athletic men differently? The halo effect is exactly that. When you see someone that's in shape, what goes through your head? Naturally, you think, oh, he must get plenty of women, right? He must have a lot of women chasing him. He must get a lot of attention. He must be a player. He must be cocky. His ego must be high, right? We actually associate all these other things. The moment someone has a bit of success in one area of their life, for some reason we feel like they have pretty much everything put together. And especially when it comes to your physique, right? When it comes to your physique, when you are lean, when you have muscle mass, when you have a great shoulder to waist ratio, in fact, women start to treat you different. Even women start to perceive you like you are already a successful person. When you already have a great physique, that already indicates that you have a lot of control in your life. It shows that you actually take control of yourself. You take control of your life, right? It also shows that you are someone that has strength, that has power, right? And weirdly enough, that actually combines with being masculine, right? And subconsciously, women think this guy needs to be respected. For some reason, because they find you a lot more attractive now, because you're in great shape and clothes fit you well, the way you walk starts to change, the way you dress starts to change. They naturally are so much more attracted to you, right? And that is why they will start to treat you different. Women might be a lot more nicer to you, right? For some reason, women might even shit test you more because they want to know if you actually are the real deal, or is it just a facade, right? Is it just, is all your muscles just a facade, right? Every time I end up going out now, right, women pay a lot more attention to me. Women will position themselves around you because they find you so attractive that they might even bump into you, be like, oh, sorry for bumping into you, and then they'll try to start a conversation, right? Or if you're at the bar, you're just chilling and you're about to order a drink, or in my case, order a Red Bull, they will position themselves right next to you and graze your arms and your elbows against you, and they'll be like, oh, how's your day going, right? They will position themselves around you and they will literally start treating you so much more different. Because let's face it, when I was skinny and out of shape, bro, women weren't grazing my arm when I was at the bar. Women weren't paying attention to me when I'm in the grocery store or I'm about to make a payment, right? Women, in fact, when I was skinny, I was actually invisible to women, right? So yeah, women would definitely start to treat you completely different. They'll start being a lot more nicer to you. They'll start paying a lot more attention to you once you become more athletic, once you become in shape, right? So yeah, that's number 1. That's the halo effect, right? Subconsciously, they think a lot more positively about you. And naturally, they will think that every other area of your life is taken care of by you because you take control of how you look. You take control of your health and your physique, yeah? That being said, let's get straight into number 2. Okay, this one's a strange one, right? But visual gravity. You're probably thinking, what the fuck do you mean by visual gravity? All right, let me explain this to you, right? When you find something so appealing let's just talk about a car right now, right? When a supercar drives past you, I can tell you one thing, at least 90% of people are going to turn their heads, all right? But when a normal car goes past you, maybe like a Ford Fiesta or a Nissan or whatever, right? You see these types of cars on a daily basis. So for your head to turn, it needs to be something that grabs attention, right? And in fact, your physique does the same fucking thing, right? Your physique, when you are in shape, right, you got nice looking shoulders, you got a great waist to shoulder ratio, and you got veins coming through your biceps and whatnot, right? People naturally find you a lot more attractive, especially women. Women are going to pay attention to you way more. You're going to turn people's heads when it comes to you walking into the room. Not only because of your physique, but again, obviously it comes down to your energy, the way that you carry yourself. But when you do build a physique, that actually naturally aligns with that, right? So my point is, you're naturally going to gravitate people's attention because you look so different. You look like, again, you look like an athlete, right? You've got this great physique and women are going to pay attention to you. You're going to turn their heads. The amount of times that I've been to, again, bars, restaurants, and I've walked in, right? And I'm walking past all these tables and there's women that are in relationships. They are still going to look your way. As weird as that sounds, right? But there's times where, like, I've walked in, I've got this nice black shirt on, very fitted. I've got some nice trousers on, and I've walked in, right? And I'm walking in with a different girl as well, by the way, right? And there's people that are already in relationships, and the woman is probably thinking, like, oh, like, I wish my man was like that. Oh, I wish my man was in shape. And she's with her boyfriend at that time, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, trust me, the moment you get in shape, visual gravity, women are going to look your way. I don't care who you are, right? If you got a great physique, they're looking your way. I can promise you one thing. If you carry yourself differently, you carry yourself with confidence, and you got a great physique, women are going to look your way. That is definitely for sure. Okay, so number 3. This one's called perceived value, right? Let's face it, when you're in great shape, people are going to naturally perceive that you are someone that has higher status, right? Women are going to naturally think, who is this person, right? He must be, again, an athlete. He must be in the Olympics. He must be someone that's actually desirable, right? Put it this way, only actors, athletes, people that have higher income skills, right, are actually going to be in shape. People that are probably famous are going to be in shape. People that are known for, again, being in the Olympics, or football players or basketball players, they're going to be in shape, right? Naturally, your value is perceived as being way more higher. And in fact, forget even being perceived, your value is higher, right? Because for you to get in shape, it takes a lot of hard work, right? It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. It takes discipline, consistency, patience, right? And I'm talking, when you put all that together, right? Of course, you are someone that has high value. Because again, for you to attain a great physique, it's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be in shape, right? So naturally, yeah, you actually are a higher value person. But the perception of when you do actually have a great physique, again, these women are going to naturally think, oh, who is this football player? Oh, who is this rugby player? Oh, who is this athlete, right? You naturally become a high status person. And women love the fact that you're high status, love the fact that you don't really even have to be high status, right? But again, that's what comes with being in shape and being jacked, right? Again, as I mentioned earlier as well, I feel like I said it in a few other videos, right? Once you get in shape, naturally you're going to get that celebrity status. I can tell you that one thing right now, right? People are going to know you for being attractive, being in great shape, right? But yeah, so that is your perceived value. And I don't think it's actually perceived value. I think that actually is your value anyway. If you are in shape, you should naturally be higher valued. You know what I'm saying? Of course, unless you're a complete fucking dickhead. But that being said, hopefully you got a good insight of how these women are truly going to treat you when you do become jacked and athletic. And don't forget, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, all right? Leave a comment down below as well, because I truly want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.